Welcome to Absolute Legends. I am Frags, I am Pete, I am back, and it's another weekly rotation. This is week 9, I believe, and it's from the 3rd of June all the way through to the 9th. But unfortunately, this week I decided to do something a little bit different to the norm. Normally, you'd have a lot of different things, like all different houses, cheapies, clothes, you name it. This week, I decided to go for one house, and I went through 7 different fragrances from this house. The only problem with this is about half of them are discontinued, but I'll go through it as and when I go for it. But this is all from the house of Givenchy, so I have a weekly rotation of Givenchy. Always we'll crack on in with Monday. Right, so Monday, and then we start off with a discontinued one. So this whole line from the house of Givenchy is immense. Now, if you've not got any of these, try and find something, because this is Givenchy Gentlemen Only Casual Chic. This is an absolute beaut of a fresh, spicy, sexy fragrance. It's absolutely stunning. It's got the most amazing opening of ginger, nutmeg, cardamom. It's spicy, it's sexy, it's very electric of my skin. It pumps off nicely. It's a great little number. But then we go more into some birch. Again, it's a tiny touch smoky, and I'm not talking like a lot, I'm talking very minimal. Almost like an incensey vibe here. Cedar, lavender, and then in base some sandalwood and some vanillic notes. It's great for this time of year. Now, especially with England, because we haven't got a clue what's going on with the weather. It could be sunny about 5 seconds, and the next minute it's thundering down. We just don't know what was going on. This kind of fits the bill perfectly. Now, this came out in 2015. If you can find a bottle of any of the Givenchy Gentlemen Only line, pick them up, because they are going to get harder and harder and harder to find. But this one is an absolute real little hidden gem. There's quite a few hidden gems in this one, and this week. So this is one of them, and it's an absolute beaut. And luckily, I have got 100ml, so I'm not going to get through it that quickly. So this is Mondays. This is Givenchy Gentlemen Only Casual Chic. Tuesday comes in, and we go all the way back for 2 decades ago, well, 22 years ago. And this one is still about, so don't worry about this one. This one is about. Now, whether or not it's discontinued or not remains to be seen, but I don't know how much longer it will be around. But it's a great little one. This is the original Homme. Now, there's a bluish bottle one. This is the original red version. Now, I do say this, I hate the atomizer on this. It's absolute garbage, but the fragrance itself, different ball game. So it's very fresh off the top with lots of grapefruit, mandarin orange, a touch of violet, which is that cucumber freshness, which I want. It's a warmer day in England, so again, I'm trying to work with what I've got in the season, so that's what I'm waiting for. In the mid, you've got a little bit of vetiver and a little bit of lavender. Again, very classy fragrance, very elegant. Again, if you are wearing this, you smell a little bit better. Most people are just saying that for you. And then in the base, there's some cedar and some lavender. Again, gives it a little bit of body. Again, you don't know in England. It's like I say, 1 minute it's sunshine, next minute it's rain, next minute you might even have a hurricane. Who blooming knows? But again, a great little number. I've got a nice 50ml from this, and I doubt I'll ever get through this. But I will say this, I don't know if this is going to get discontinued at some point. There is still bottles about, as far as I can see. But how long? I don't know. It's a great little number. It's a very classy little fragrance. And like I say, the drawback is the atomizer. But other than that, great little one for Tuesday. So this is Givenchy Homme. Right, Wednesday, and this definitely has been discontinued, and it is getting harder to find. I have 2 bottles of this, so I'm quite lucky. So I've got half a bottle here, but I've got another full bottle upstairs. And this is from 2005. This is very Irresistible, and oh my good God, this is a sexy, beautiful gourmand fragrance, and whoever's got this, they know what this is all about. Oh, I can't get enough of this one. So it's about mint and grapefruit off the top, but the mint working with the coffee and the hazelnut, which is in the base. I'll talk about this in a second. Makes it almost like a chocolatey, gourmand, sexy little number. It's so good. And it's got coffee and sesame in the mid, which again, not the usual things. I think this was quite ahead of its time by a long shot, and it kind of people didn't like, what's this? But I think if we put it out now, I think people would appreciate it more. So Givenchy might bring this back out. It's a great one. But then also the base has got hazelnut and a touch of cedar in there. It is a absolute beaut from 2005, and if you've got any bottles of this, just cherish it, because I do. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. There is a few others from their line, and I can't remember. I think there's about 4 from the very Irresistible line. They're all great, but this is the original one. 2005, my Wednesdays, very irresistible. Right, Thursday comes in, and it was like a really dreary, miserable day in England. And quite frankly, it was doom maiden. So these first few days, it was a bit like warm, and there was a bit wet. And then Thursday came in, it was like, nah, we're going to have sub. So I went for this one from 2018, and this is still definitely about, this is Gentleman EDP. It still sells like mad. So this is a great little number. I love this one a lot. It is stupidly sexy and masculine. It's got some black pepper and lavender off the top, which straight away you are smelling really like spicy and very luxurious, a little bit soapy, fresh, beautiful little number. Then you've got cloves and cinnamon, and in the base, black vanilla husk, which gives you that sweetness, that sexiness that you really want from fragrance. Bit of patchouli and some benzoin. It is God's everything. Now, I will say this is better for fall and winter, but if it's a dreary day, you can definitely pull this one off. Amazing little number. Still about, definitely not getting discontinued as far as I'm aware, and I can still find the discounters. Absolutely beautiful little number, and probably my top 3 of the new version of the Gentleman line. We'll talk about another one in a minute, but this is an absolute great. So for Thursday, this is Givenchy Gentleman EDP. Right, Friday comes, and this one I'm not sure it's been discontinued or not, so I can't give you a full MO if it's going to be or not. So just bear that in mind. It could be, I'm not sure. This one had the pie line, which the pie line has got some absolute beauties from this line. The original one's amazing from 1998. And then there's other ones like Neo, which has been gone, but this one I'm not sure about. So this is Pie, this is Air. A great number, and I've not really heard anyone in the fragrance community talk about this one. It is the one of the most freshest, beautifulest scent you've ever smelled. So off the top, you've got neroli and ginger, which is kind of like a real great combo. It's fresh, but it's got some zip with it. So the ginger, absolutely fantastic. Lavender and rosemary, again, you're smelling very classy. A little bit of herbalness, but nothing too much. Again, gives it a nice little touch of depth, especially if it's warmer days, because, again, England, who knows what's happening. But in the base, we've got some benzoin and some musk, which gives it a little bit more body, and it makes it last a little bit longer. If you have this bottle, it obviously came out 2017. It's an aromatic, beautiful, fresh fragrance. And to be honest with you, I haven't used a lot of it, but when you do wear it, you will smell so much better than most people, because most people do not know this even exists. A great little number starting this weekend, so this is Givenchy. Right, weekend time, and now we came to another one that has been discontinued, but there is still bottles about, so just bear this in mind. If you see a bottle of this, don't wait for it, just grab it, because it has been officially discontinued. I don't know how much longer the stock's going to be about. That's the key issue with this. I've got 2 bottles of this, and that's how good it is. Lots of people in the fragrance world love it, like Max Forte, Joey Min loves this one. And for good reason. This is Givenchy Gentleman Cologne, came out 2019. I've had a heck of a dent in mine. Luckily, I've got a backup, like I say. Oh, it's just one of the most beautiful start openings with lemon and bergamot, which is really pushing through, with some petitgrain, which is the leaves of the orange tree. A real zip of freshness that you want. You got vetiver and some iris in here. Again, still very classy, works brilliantly. But the ambroxan in here and the musk is the reason it lasts so much longer. And this is why I think a lot of people like it, is because it does have that ambroxan, which projects it off, but it makes it last. It's a great, sexy little number. I don't understand why they got rid of it, but I mean, I suppose they've got to have some way for new flankers to come in, and I do understand that. But this one, why you got rid of it, criminally underrated, and it's absolutely beautiful. If you've got a bottle of this, cherish it. If needs be, get a backup. This is Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. Right, which leads me to today, And this has definitely been discontinued. And this is probably the most underrated hidden gem in the entire week. And I will say this, if you find a bottle of this for 100 quid, 120, it's a steal. It's from the Play line, and the Play line really was a great line. And then they just got rid of the whole lot, and it's a sad, tragic thing. I've got all 5 or 6 of them. This is Givenchy Play Summer Vibration. Now again, I've had a bit of a hint in mind. I'm not going to go through it all, but when I do want it, and I want it a lot, I'll have it. But it is that opening which has got citrus and coriander. Now, some people might find this a little bit challenging, but I don't. I think it smells fantastic. Seawater, some pepper in the mid, which again, freshness, but that touch of spiciness in it works amazingly, especially with the weather being a bit so unpredictable in England. It's a great little number. And then Amorous in the base is one of the biggest hidden gems in the whole of the Givenchy line ever, or any parts of the Givenchy lines. It's a great little number. Now, if you can find a bottle of this, you've done magnificently well, because the ones that most people look for is the Play and Play Intense. This one is a real criminal underwear, and there's Play in the City, and there's another one. I think there's only 5. I've got all 5 of them. This is the most hidden of all. This is my one for today. This is Givenchy Gentleman Play Summer Vibrations. Right, so we have it. Another weekly rotation in the books. Week 9, let me know in the comments, is there any others that you think I should have tried out, but always what you've been wearing this week, what you haven't been wearing. As always, I'm on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm posting there more often than not. So if you'll DM me there, then that is absolutely fine. As always, if you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, please hit me in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, give it to 2K subscribers, and I will do another giveaway. No problems, no questions asked. I've already done one, so, you know, and I can vouch for that. And as always, you absolute legends. Smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.